What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. A little bit of a different video today. Some of y'all know that I live in Texas, and we had a real bad winter storm not too long ago, and we were out power for a while. I talked to the wife, and we said we didn't want to be without power anymore. So I started looking into generators, and since we got hurricane season coming up, so what I've looked for was like a tri-fuel. So what happened in my neighborhood is we have, you have your natural gas and all that stuff. What happened in our neighborhood is we lost power and we lost natural gas. So what I was looking for in a generator was a tri-fuel. So basically you can have gasoline, propane, or natural gas, all three options. In case one goes out, you'll have a backup. Hey, if my natural gas goes out and I can't use natural gas, I can hook up a propane tank. If that goes out or I don't have any, I can go and use a gasoline tank. So that's why I wanted the tri-fuel. This is what I ended up getting. The Firman 7571. It's the, let's see, 9400 peak on gasoline, 8450 on liquid propane, and then 69 on natural gas. This is the generator that a lot of people get from Costco. It's around, let's see, I think it's $800, $799. They do sell out pretty fast, so I was looking to get one. It is real loud, but I'm not really worried about loudness. I just need it to work, to run my house, run all the plugs, and not be without power when a power outage goes out. And funny, right when I got this, 2 days later we lost power for 5 hours at the house just because someone broke a line. So I was lucky enough to have that to be able to power some stuff up. So you never know. It might not be just a winter storm or hurricane. We do have hurricanes here where I'm at. It might just be a power outage, and I want to be able to have a backup system for the house. So I don't really have that much room in my garage for this. So what I ended up getting was the Suncast. A lot of people get this on YouTube. This is probably the model number right here, BMS 2500. It's just a 2 foot by 4 foot shed that I'm gonna mount and put on the side of my house. That way I can store my generator in there. So that way I don't have to store it in the garage, or when it goes when power goes out, I have to go wheel it out and bring it over there and connect it. It's already there, ready to go. All I have to do is just start it up with the start button. So this is what I end up going with. Like I said, I see a lot of people run these. I've never seen anyone really put them together. I'm sure they're real simple to put together, but I'm just gonna take y'all through putting it together, setting it up, and see how I have it done up. I'm not really worried about anyone stealing my generator, just because I live on a 2-acre property, and you would have to come all the way over here to my house and to take it, and by that time I would already know with all my cameras. So I'm not really worried about anyone coming in and taking it or anything like that. If you live in a more residential neighborhood, you would probably want a slab and put all that stuff down to anchor it to, and then put in some shackles or something like that, and a chain, so that way you could secure it to the ground so no one would take it, or it would take them a lot longer to pull it from your house, that by the time you would be out there or whatever. But like I said, I'm not too worried about that. But let's go ahead and get it started. So this is the side of the house right here. I kind of make just a little pad with some pavers I had left over. Like I said, I'm not really worried about anyone trying to steal it. I don't really need to anchor it. That generator is already like 250 pounds. So it'll hold the shed down, in case I get winds or anything. But there's the pad. I already got my hookup. Got my 50 amp right here for the house. Already got my interlock here, so that way you can't be turning on the generator or the main at the same time. So we're all set up for this, so that's why I'm going to be putting it right here. My gas is not too far either, so I can run a gas line here to feed it. So I basically laid out the pavers. This is the bottom of the shed. I'm going to pull it away from the house a little bit, and that's looking like how it's going to be. Sitting right on the pavers, support leveled, and then we're going to just attach the walls and the doors and all that. So let's start the time lapse and we'll get this thing built. Well, we got it assembled. I got the door on. I did notice we're missing some hinges right here for this roof, so it can go up and down. I looked everywhere. This is all the parts I have left. I looked at the box. They're not in there. So it looks like I'm gonna have to contact the manufacturer and see if they can send me 2 hinges, because they didn't come in the box. I've looked everywhere around the box, wherever I've moved parts, but they're not in there. It would have been in that bag, which I left the bag closed, and so I came over here and opened it and pulled out all the screws and whatnot. But this is what it looks like, all assembled, how it's gonna be. It's kind of an off-white. My house is white, and this is kind of like a gray off-white color. Doesn't look too bad. I like the shape. So basically these 2 doors open, then that opens, the roof opens, so you have full, you know, full access to the generator. We are gonna have to modify it. We're gonna be cutting a hole here for an exhaust fan, and then another hole down here for the exhaust of the generator. And then on this side, we're gonna cut a hole here and put an inlet, so it gets fresh air here, goes through, and then on the top here it'll exhaust all the hot air if there is any. Most of the hot air comes from the exhaust, so most of it will be coming out of here. But that's gonna be it, I guess, guys, for now. I'm gonna try to contact the manufacturer and look and see if I can find some hinges, or if they can send me some. So we'll get back to you when we get some more hinges in. Alright guys, so it's the next day. I called Suncast about the hinges I was missing, these right here. I called on Monday, and they actually said that they are no longer using those metal hinges, so they're no longer putting them in with the packaging. So I asked what was used for the hinges, and they said they're just relying on these plastic hinges that are in the back right here. They're 2 halves, they go together, and then they hook in here. She did say that if I wanted the metal hinges, that they would order them to come in, like, I think she said a month. They would come in, and that was free, and I can install them if I wanted it to, which I think I will. I mean, it's you know, it just helps with not putting so much stress on those plastic hinges, and I'm not relying on plastic hinges. But if you do order this Suncast storage box, just know it doesn't come with those hinges. But if you do want them, call customer care for parts and just tell me that it didn't come in the box, and since it's in the instructions, they will go ahead and ship those out to you for free of charge for it. So I did get the hinges already done right here. I did get the prop, so the roof can open and close. There's right there, close right there. Looks pretty good. You lift up, and then you get this prop valve, and you're basically sliding it from here up onto this ledge right here, and it holds it up. One downside is it's only one prop, so I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see it sags right here on this side. Now another guy, what he did was he bought another prop you can stick over here, because it's literally the exact same mold, where the hole for the prop goes on this side is blocked off, but you could just, you know, cut this open, and you can have another prop, which would fix the sag and put that up a little bit higher, so you have its support on both sides. I'm not really, you know, worried about it, tell you the truth on that. It's just going to be holding in the generator, so we should be fine. The next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be cutting a hole here for the exhaust fan. It's like a 12 by 12 exhaust fan. So there's no real good lines over here to follow. These are all curves. You know, I mean, I guess I could follow. No, it's a curve too. I don't want to put it too low. So I saw inside here, this is a ledge for the shelf, which is a straight line. So I'll use this as a guide for the bottom, and then shoot my length up from here, from 12 to here, and down. Try not to get into this area, because this would be where the hinge is going to go when I do get it in and I install it. So the exhaust fan is going to be right around here, and that'll be that spot right there. So let's get to marking some spots, and I'll take y'all guys over when I get done laying it out for all the cuts that I have to do for the box, the exhaust fan. I'm gonna put a port here for the plug, and then there's gonna be an inlet vent here on the bottom to get fresh air in through the box up, and then this is going to be, you know, heat rising, so all the heat will be coming out of there, and then an exhaust hole on the bottom. Let's get to measuring and marking out the spots where we need to cut so we can get to cutting and get this thing all squared away. Alright guys, I wish I could tell you I got it on the first cut, but I had to do extra trimming to get it to fit right. If you get it too tight of a fit, this fan, the way this works is once it gets air coming through, and it'll lift these fins up. So if you get it too tight, these fins won't do their job and go. This is the exhaust fan I went with. I like this because it's going to be able to seal when it's down, keep any bugs out from getting into the shed of it. I've already put a couple bolts here just so I can hold it in, so I can show y'all. I've already drilled the holes around, so we're gonna go ahead and install this side. This is what it looks like from the inside of it. Like, again, this is just gonna remove all the hot air and put fresh air through it and come out from this vent. I plugged up a dishwasher plug because it has a 90 on it, so when I plug in my generator and the generator is running, it will run this fan automatically and keep the air out. So the screws, I went with a 3-inch screw. I probably could have gone with a 2-inch, but I didn't know how thick this was at the time when I went and bought it. I could trim this off. I might trim these off with a grinder, just cut them all off so they're not so poking out, but they don't really bother it. They don't really bother anything right now, so I think they're being fine. This is the other vent. This is the other vent right here that I cut the hole for. And then this one's gonna go right over here, and it's gonna let in fresh air. The good thing about my property is all through here, fresh air comes in from the street, and so it's gonna come in, rush in, go through here, and go and out like that. So that's the good thing on it. So let's get these bolts in, and let's keep moving forward. Alright guys, so I got this one all installed already. Looks pretty good, and I can already tell once I put this in and I got the grill in, you could feel a whole bunch of air coming through already from, like I said, from the street. The air blows in. I can already feel it getting cool in here. So I got that installed. I am going to put a screen around it that I bought just to keep some of the bugs out so they don't crawl up in. So I'll install that screen and I'll show you all that. The exhaust fan's installed. Alright guys, so the next step was to put the generator inside, and the reason we're doing that is because we're going to try to line up the exhaust port, which is here, so we can know where our hole is going to be. And basically what I did was I took a measuring tape from here to here, made sure it was level from here and up here, make sure I was going straight. I found a spot, I put a hole in here, I marked it with a marker, then I put a hole with my drill bit, and then what I did was I took my cover. This is my hardy plank cover that I made a hole for, because this is plastic and it'll melt, so you need to have something concrete around. I might make this hole bigger. I'm not sure if it's going to melt or not, but I did make it bigger. So with that hole, I put it here, centered it up, and then I traced around this hole so I knew where my hole was at, and then I trimmed it with a jigsaw, and then I went a little bit bigger. I probably went like a 1/4 inch bigger around it, maybe more than that, to widen the hole. So this piece will go right here, go over it. Again, if this is too close, we'll have to see. I will make this a little bit bigger. You can see I've already put the holes for my plate, so I know kind of where I can cut without having to, you know, mess up with the holes that are coming on the plate. So here's the tube I'm going to use. This is just a metal tube for your dryer. Like $4. So we're gonna slide this in just like this, like so, and that'll be our exhaust. And on the inside, you can see it's just gonna go like this. You can take this little flange off and weld a new flange and do a small black pipe exhaust. But what I've read up is you could mess up the back pressure, so I don't want to mess with any of that. I want to make sure it has good flow. So this just sitting here is going to be able to get all the exhaust out, you know, and if it's any that slip by, the exhaust fan will take care of that too. So I think this will be fine, just sitting right here. It's going to flow all the way out. It's going to center it with that pipe, and then what I'll probably end up doing is putting maybe a standoff here to just make sure it stands good here, probably with some more hardy board. So that's where I'm at now. Next step is to mount this with some bolts so it can hold this together. And there's that. Might not even need a support, but I might do one anyways. But there it goes right there, and it's insulated around there. Hopefully that's enough. I'm leaving this pipe long because I might end up putting a dryer vent, outside dryer vent that faces down. So I'm gonna leave this long for now. But that's the exhaust right there. This will be the fan, the exhaust fan. And we'll just end up putting this right here in this plug, like so, and we'll make sure that stays on, so when we start it up, that always turns on. And I think that's it, guys. We can start it up, see how it looks, how it sounds, how it goes. Alright guys, so that's what we got so far. Let's start it up and let's see how the exhaust works and how the exhaust fan operates, okay? So if I've lost power, this is basically what I'll do. Open up the roof, put the prop here, open up the doors, like so. Turn this on to, I do have a little bit of gas in here, so we'll run that off. Turn this to gas. Get to my choke. Let's see. There we go. Let's see if I can put you on tripod. Okay, run the choke. That's the fan running right there, pushing a lot of wind. The exhaust is working pretty good. I know there's a lot of wind because of the storm coming, but it does quiet it a lot, leaving it in there. Not too bad. That's the exhaust right there. Sounds pretty good. Not too bad. Here's about 10 feet away. And this is a loud unit, guys. This is it's known for being real loud. There's another 10 feet away. Actually, it's really quiet. So here's how it sounds with it closed. I'm gonna open it up and see what it sounds like when I open it. See, give you a difference. So that's open, and we'll go close it. And that's closed. That roof, this roof right here, it cuts out a lot of the noise. Just that roof. If I lift that roof up, you'll hear that it's real loud. So that roof does a lot. I can insulate it a little bit more probably. I might do that, but right now it sounds really good. Let's see if I can feel. If I can show y'all. Let me see if I can show y'all the draw it's pulling from the exhaust fan. Pulling a lot. Now we got a storm coming, guys, so I'm gonna have to update y'all guys tomorrow on it and finish it up, finish the plug. But we'll see y'all guys tomorrow, one more day, and we'll get this video out for y'all. All right, guys, we had a couple days of bad rain, so I'm here to finish up the generator shed project. This is the plug that runs to the house, the 50 amp plug, plugs into here, and basically I'm gonna have this coming out into a spot here so I can plug into the receptacle. This is what I had found. I was looking inside of Home Depot and Lowe's, and I wanted something that was big so I could fit this. I think it's like a 4-inch circle diameter. So I wanted something that would fit that. This receptacle, it had like a divider here for your 2 plugs, and then it had this little rounded perforated edge that you can round out, and that's what I ended up doing. And it fits fine in there. What I like is that it fits in it, and what I wanted to do is fit it in there where the plug stays in this hole, so that way I don't have to go and find it in here and put it in there. It's already there, ready to go. I just start the machine, flip this up, the plug's here, and I can just grab it and plug it straight in. So I like that idea. I didn't like it was clear. I'm not really into the clear, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off, paint the inside a gray so it just matches, so that way when it's closed up you don't know there's a plug there and it looks a little bit more cleaner. So what we're going to do is get this installed, and then I'll take this top off and I'll go and paint it and I'll put it on there. So I'm just kind of figuring out where the routing's going. You don't want to put it too close here because then you're going to have like a pinch. So I'm thinking it's going to be right around here on this panel. It fits, this receptacle fits actually perfect in between these 2 lines. So I just need to mark my line up here on the top and the bottom, and then mount that right there, and we should be good on there. And it has a little seal around it so water doesn't get in, and that'll be enough of a bend to get to that receptacle where it won't be so tight. So let's get to marking and get that hole cut out for it and get this installed. So guys, that's the end of it right there. Like I said, see, if you put it out further, you wouldn't have such a big kink right here. It looks really good with this gray face. There's the plug. Comes out. I made this little notch on the bottom so you could close it if you really wanted to. Right there, snaps in close. So that's pretty much what it'll look like when it's running. I think it looks really good. Looks really clean. This is able to lock in. You better put it back in, no problem. Pull it out from here. Lift this up. And just push the cable right back. Sits right there. Close back up, ready to go. Open. You can grab and pull right out. That's gonna be it for the install, guys, on the shed. I think it turned out really great. I really like the look. I really like how easy it's gonna be to kick it on and put it in use. So it'd be good for the wife so she can be able to put it in. Again, this is how it operates. You lift up the roof, gets pulled here, unlock the hinges, open it up like so. That's what the plug looks like. Just coiled around right there so you can have enough slack to pull through if you wanted to. Plug for the fan, plug for the house. You're ready to go. Okay, I forgot one mod that I bought that I was gonna install on this. It's gonna be this right here. This is a solar panel that I'm gonna mount on top of the roof. I saw someone do this also. It's a good idea. I think this is like 20 bucks on Amazon. And basically what this is gonna be for, you're gonna be able to mount it right here. I'm not gonna screw into this because I don't wanna make no holes into here. So I'm thinking about epoxying it or double-sided tape, which I don't have right now. So I'll have to do that later. But to finish off the video, it's gonna sit just like that. And basically what this is gonna be for is to trickle charge the battery for the generator. So that way the battery is always charged up, it's not draining, it's always full and ready to go. So let me just take off this twist tie right here, like so. And then we're gonna connect these two alligator clips, not alligator clips, these two connections right here to the alligator clips. Open it up one more time. And basically these alligator clips are just going to go on the positive and the negative. And I'll also link all the stuff for the build in the description where I bought it. So that way y'all don't have to be searching for anything. There we go. Positive, negative to the charger. We'll be able to close this back up. Alright, so once you get it all closed up, it's just going to basically sit right here. Like I said, I don't have the double-sided tape to secure it, but that's the end look, the end product. So the battery will be always charged up and ready to go with the sun sitting out here. This little blue light blinking, that means it's charging, so everything's good on that. So that's the end product right there. Again, like I said, it's going to be easy for everyone just to be able to start it. If I'm away from the house, the wife, anyone can come out and start this up and have power to the house when needed. With the battery always being charged, it should be all foolproof. Shouldn't be any issues with anything. It's a great generator, I've heard. It's just a little loud. The box does help with the sound, so it's not so loud for my neighbors and stuff, which we're on big acreage, so they shouldn't really matter, but just being courteous for everyone, you know. So that's gonna be it, guys. Let me know what y'all think about it. I know that there are videos of showing you about these, but it's always a video, a 2-minute video, 3-minute video of it already done, and just a walkthrough. No one's really building it, showing you how they're doing it, how they're putting it together, little things like about the hinges. You know, I just want to give y'all guys a full walkthrough on how to do it, the way I've done it, and kind of put little stuff that everyone I've seen online and put into my build, and just make it look, you know, my own, and you know, just a little bit better. I do like this plug. This plug is amazing. just being able to grab the plug out there when I need it. The vent fan, the solar panel, the exhaust, and the exhaust fan. So that's gonna wrap it up, y'all guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and share, and we'll see y'all guys on the next video.